one just missed outside.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
A 1-1 count now to Donaldson. Now some action out in the Houston bullpen, as it appears both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw. The 1-1 is laid off for ball 2. On the ground to third. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Adam Duvall.
Ready for another shot now, Adam Duvall. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1. And here's a ball hit in the air. Reddick on the run, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. The 1-1 home is taken for ball 2.
You know, what I'm seeing here is a reluctance to throw the fastball. It's like he feels he can't throw the ball right by him right now.
Started to chase that time, but then he wisely holds off for ball 3. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. He loses him on ball 4.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
Drew Robinson the next to dig in. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Here comes the first pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. And it's 1-1. Set. Here comes the 1-1. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Swinging a soft liner in there, a base hit.
Man, he got the front foot down right there, kept the front shoulder tough, and was able to stay inside that ball for a soft liner in the center field.
Here's Steve Pearce now. Push softly over toward the right side. A flip to the pitcher covering, as that will retire the side. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. We're on to the 7th here in Game 6. The Astros on top, 5-2. Back here at Rogers Center in Toronto. Game 6 moves on to the 7th inning now, but before we start, let's call on our game summary to show you how we got here. Stepping in now, the speedy Tony Kemp. He's 0 for 3 so far, so he hasn't done much to help at the top of the lineup. First pitch of the at-bat. A ball and no strikes. Now the 1-1 pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Tulowitzki ranging up the middle. And the throw here is in time. Very nicely done there at short for the first out.
Josh Reddick.
So one gone in the inning, and that brings up the right fielder, Josh Reddick. Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. Inside with the fastball. It's 1-0. 5-2 our score as we play inning number 7. Drilled to first. And that'll find its way into right field for a 1-out single.
Last pitch was a fastball. Tries to double up with the same piece of cheese, and it gets turned around. Nice piece of hitting.
Carlos Correa.
Sun Hwan-Oh comes on to pitch here with one man gone in the top of the 7th.
Number 76. Sun Hwan-Oh.
Here's Carlos Correa now, as he'll take one on the inside corner at the knees. It's strike 1. Oh, once a member of the Cardinals organization, he signed as a free agent with this organization earlier in the season.
Yeah, he didn't have an opportunity to really get acclimated to this ball club. Showing up during the season is not always easy, opening the doors to a big league clubhouse and trying to get to know your teammates. The best way to get to know them is to go out and produce.
0-2, here it comes. Towards second. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, with 2 strikes right there, he didn't try and do too much. He took what the pitcher gave him, got the front foot down, and was able to fist feed a soft liner over the infielder's head for a knock.
So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, George Springer. First pitch on its way. And a fastball just a bit high. Reddick over at second. Correa is over at first with 1 away. That misses. 2-0.
Wow, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
On the ground, back up the box, and it'll get through into center field. A base hit. And that'll score the runner from second to make this a 6-2 ball game now.
Hey, that's what you try and do as an offense. You get a 4-run lead. They're grand slam ahead, Dan. But you're a former closer warming up. When you see a 3-run lead and then your offense Gets it to 4. You know that save situation's gone out the window. Don't tell me that didn't hurt.
Oh, it does hurt you. Oh, it does, because, Dero, the only way you're going to get into this game is it has to be a save situation. You sit and watch 8 innings of baseball, you get up to warm up in the 9th, and you're all ready to go thinking, hey, I'm going to come in and get me a 3-out save, and all of a sudden...
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Rondon gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Hector Rondon.
Ready now, Kevin Pillar. His past numbers against Hector Rondon is a perfect 2 for 2.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And that's out number 1.
The catcher, number 55, Russell Martin.
Russell Martin now. He struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike.
Hey, that's case in point right there. He thought that was going to hollow out his rib and ended up being a strike.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Hey, great job right there. Anytime you're down 0-2, I think it's a successful at bat if you can work it back to an even count and at least give yourself a chance.
Here's the pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now back, second baseman, Jan Hervis Solarte.
Digging in, Jan Hervis Solarte. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Left center, base hit. And 2-out success means Troy Tulowitzki will bat this inning.
Boy, Dero, the game of baseball has changed. There's so much velocity in the game. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that he smoked the other way.
Yeah, you have to keep your front shoulder tucked right there. You have to honor. When a guy's throwing that hard, 96 miles an hour, you have to honor that fastball and try and work it the other way to keep you on the off speed.
First delivery to him on the way. And that slider's almost in the dirt. His past numbers against Hector Rondon. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Has a look, now the pitch. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Solarte leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats and left. The 2-2. Tulowitzki swinging and sends one out to shortstop. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And a dive, but he can't pull it in out in right center. Around second. He's on his way to third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Well, the key to hitting triples is being aggressive right out of the box. He smokes this thing to the outfield and is thinking 3 bags the whole way. And by the time they can get the ball back in, he's on his way to third with the leadoff triple.
Ryan Tepera is on the pitch here in the 8th with nobody out. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of a sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
The 0-2 home. Now a cutter, but that's in the dirt for a ball. The 1-2. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. It's a 7-2 ball game.
That was a nasty sinker right there. Sometimes you get a little luck on the offensive side. Definite ground ball with eyes right there.
He's set. Here it comes. Runners on the move for second. Hit sharply on the ground. Throw on to first by Tulowitzki is in time for route number 1.
Now batting, left fielder, Kyle Tucker.
Stepping up now, Kyle Tucker. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a liner. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. The throw into second. But he'll get in there with an RBI double. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers. Stepping in now, the speedy Tony Kemp. As he'll take a look at ball 1. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here.
Clearly staying away from him in this at-bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2. Still even at 2-2. Tucker, the runner at second with 1 away. The 2-2 one more time. Popped him up. Donaldson in foul ground. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Stepping in is Josh Reddick. Runner in scoring position with Sugan. And a ball 1-0. Ball and a strike. 2 out here and a runner at second. In the dirt. The throw will go to third, and he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
That can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball has gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it. He was there, and now he's only 90 feet away.
Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different.
And the shortstop is under it to make the play, retiring the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Astros 8, the Blue Jays 2.
Your attention, please.
New pitcher coming on now as we'll get a look at the side armor, Joe Smith.
Joe Smith.
Leading off the inning, Justin Smoke, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you don't see this very often, Matty V. A 2-strike straight changeup. But this guy's changeup is one of the best in the league. We'll see if he tries that different approach this time, and maybe if he gets to 2 strikes, try to use the fastball a little bit more than that straight changeup.
1-0 pitch. Right on, but this is foul down toward the box at third. Now the 1-1 pitch. Is hit very well to right. This one's hammered, and it's going to go. That one is gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second home run of the game. As they cut the gap a bit, it's now an 8-3 ball game.
Well, they're not there yet, but a solo homer to lead off the inning will do wonders for any team's confidence. We'll see if the next few batters can continue the comeback effort here. Just need to string some good at-bats together now.
Tony Sipp is on to pitch here in the 8th with nobody out.
Number 29, Tony Sipp.
Josh Donaldson will be the first one to greet him as he'll start fresh here with the bases empty following the home run. First delivery to him on the way. And a fastball runs in a bit too close for comfort that time. Well, this one's been a bit of a head-scratcher, despite their home run production today.
Yeah, Matty V, this is one of those that you kind of scratch your head and you go, wow, you hit the ball all in the ballpark, but still not enough offense. It just goes to show you this sport is still, D-Row, all about pitching.
It is. It begins and ends on that bump right there. And there's just so many facets to the game. Defense, base running. It's just not the team that hits the most home runs is going to win the ball game.
And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. Base is empty here with nobody out. Ball 3. Adam Duvall waits on deck. Now a hard liner, but this will be a foul ball. And before the big 3-2 pitch, time is called at home plate. Full count still. Payoff pitch one more time. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
The left fielder, number 23, Adam Duvall.
So stepping in, Adam Duvall, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. From the stretch. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Now the Astros have somebody up in the bullpen as a right-hander has started to warm up out there. The 1-0. Taken, strike one on the inside corner. A runner at first with no outs here. Now before the next pitch, time is called at home plate as he'll step out. The 1-1. High in the air out to center field. Springer has a read on it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, right fielder.
Now to the plate, Drew Robinson. One in, one out, and one on here in the inning. Kike Hernandez will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and one gone in the inning. Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0. Here it comes, 1-0. And now he throws on the brakes, but he can't get back to first, and he's nailed for the second out. Big mistake there. The 2-0 pitch. Very weakly on the ground, but that one rolls foul. Now the 2-1 pitch is looked at for ball three. Three-1 is a fastball, and he can't connect. 3-2. And a fastball swung on and missed, and his side is retired. Welcome back to MLB Network. A shot there of the nighttime beauty of this terrific Canadian city.
Number 16.
Joe Biagini enters from the pen to start the ninth inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the ninth. Randall Grichuk is into the game as a defensive replacement now as he takes over in right.
Now playing right field, number 15, Randall.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. The windup and the 0-1. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though. Got him to reach for it there as this is grounded to short. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway.
Number 4, George Springer.
Here's George Springer. He singled earlier, making him 1 for 2 to this point. Here comes the first pitch. And a fastball just a bit up. falls behind now, 2-0. One out, nobody on. Hit hard on the ground is short. There to field it is Tulowitzki. Throw gets him, 2 down. Now batting, Yuli Gurriel. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. Fastball in there for a called strike. Reaches down and hits this one on the ground to short. Throw on to Smoke at first, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Astros, but they lead it by a count of 8-3.
Ken Giles comes on to work now, and he's their usual closer, but this is obviously not a save opportunity.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
Here's the first pitch. And he takes a big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. And that's off the left field wall. Oh, and it falls as he can't make the play. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Yeah, it looked like an easy play from where I'm sitting, but I think he took it for granted and basically whiffs on the darn thing, allowing the runner to move to second on a two-base error.
Standing in now, Kevin Pillar, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. And this is just off the outside corner, ball 2. Pierce leads off second with nobody out. Two and one, the count to Pillar. Now the 2-1. Missed with a slider. Hit in the air to shallow center. Oh, and this deflects right off him.
The catcher, number 55,
Russell Martin now. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
Here's the first pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. None out, runners at first and second. Fastball misses badly there, and he's behind 2-0.
Well, on the mound, he hasn't looked comfortable since the moment he came in out of the pen. Just not fluid with his delivery at all.
Now the 2-0. 3-0 now.
Well, nothing can make you question yourself on that mound more than 3 straight balls to a guy you know that you should go right after. Sometimes you just lose the strike zone and you don't know why.
And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news? A single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Digging in the switch hitter, Yonhervis Solarte. Lifetime numbers against Ken Giles. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Here's the first pitch. On the ground to the right side. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. And the run is in to score from third.
That's just your classic Ribby knock right there, Dan. He's able to turn on the pitch he wanted right there and drive it into the outfield.
Good job getting the barrel to the ball right there, able to get that run through, and picks up an RBI. Hard hit and a well-deserved run batted in.
Stepping in, Troy Tulowitzki. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Here's the first pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Tucker moves over. Makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at their deficit. That makes it an 8-5 ball game. Justin Smoke is going to have another crack at it here, and it's been a great offensive performance for him so far. This was back in the 8th, his second home run of the game, as he'd dearly love to make it 3 right here. Here's the first pitch. And that one just missed outside.
No doubt. Some saves come easier than others, and I know this all too well. They're really making wrapping this thing up a difficult task.
The 1-0. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. The 1-1 pitch. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike. The count.
Now the 2-1. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. Now the 3-2 pitch. Fouled away. Again, he sends it out of play. Still only 1 out in the inning. And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
Wow, how quickly things change. The possible winning run has gone from in the hole to on deck to at the plate. Things have gotten a lot more interesting here in a hurry.
Chris Davinsky comes on here looking to get the final 2 outs and earn the save. Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson.
Head-to-head against Chris Davinsky. He's hitless in 3 at-bats.
Here's the first pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. Davinsky, a 27-year-old. He was a 25th round pick back in 2011.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
The 0-1. Oh, and this bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, I love the aggressiveness right here and wanting to be a hero. But this is where you got to tell yourself to relax a little bit. I had an old coach tell me one time, when the bases are loaded, just concern yourself with getting the guy in from third.
And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. Now the 1-2 pitch. And it's fouled away. Martin at third. Solarte on second. Smoke at first. 1 gone. Hit high and deep out to left. Tucker looking up. Ball game. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one, and none bigger than that one as this ball game is over.
Man, the postseason always seems to deliver big moments, and this was no exception. A walk-off in the final at-bat ends it, and there's bedlam at home plate. Wow!
And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this man did. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason. So when you come to play like he did and make a big difference for your team, it's something that won't be forgotten.
A close one, 9-8 at the end of the game in this one. Toronto have evened up this series at 3 wins apiece. Joe Biagini is the winning pitcher of record. So that's a wrap here tonight. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, we're all thanking you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Have a great night.
Fans, our final